So a little update on the spawnings. As you can see, I've emptied out this vat. Had two spawnings, one in the grow on, one in this vat. This vat looked far more viable. There was hundreds of thousands of eggs, but struggled a bit with nitrite. I made the mistake of not putting the air on early enough to get the proteins and that out of the water, and then over the last 2 nights the temperature dropped about 5 degrees, even with the heaters I've got on and the insulation. And a lot of the eggs yesterday and this morning, after looking fertilised and all being opaque and being able to see the eyes, had gone pasty and to mush. So I abandoned this vat. I had some hatch. I knew I had some hatch, and what I thought was I'd rescue what I had and mix them in with the other spawning, because the other spawning was a small spawning. It was probably only about 3, 4, 5,000 fry. But after clearing out the brushes and netting what fry I could find, there's still probably 1,000 in there. I actually got out about 10,000. I counted out 500, put them in a bowl, and then measured out some bowls that looked very similar. So I've mixed the 2 spawnings just in this one net on the grow on. Much easier for me to control temperature. The water is much better, almost zero nitrite, zero ammonia. And I don't know if you can see, I don't know if you're going to be able to see. There's some, but I estimate there's actually, I don't know if the camera's going to pick them up. So I've got about 15,000 fry in here. Tomorrow I've actually got a net that's twice the size, and I haven't cleared out the old eggs out of this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bring the net up underneath it, suspend it, and then effectively empty this net into a bigger net, put in a few more brushes just to give them a bit of habitat. And the other pond, I'm really tempted to do another spawning, but I think I've got more than enough fry anyway. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start culturing Daphnia in there, let it go green, give it a bit of heat, and get the water back to where it should be. And after my first selection, see what I've got, see how many I've got, if I've got any, so I don't kill them beforehand, and use that as a grow on, either for half of them or for all of them. And then that will give me the option if I want to do another spawning in here. But I think, for my first time, I think 15,000 is enough to start with. But you never know, they might all die. So I'll keep the options open. But certainly it was obvious that the ones in this net were much easier to feed, taking their feed. They're almost twice the size of the ones from the other net, even though it was only one day earlier. There was a shower involved in this spawning, and I've got a lot of black fry, but they might not be shallow, but we'll see what we get. Anyway, that's it for now.